Hello, 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 my beautiful peaches. Welcome to my channel, Life with Zafira, and it's me, your host, Zafira, and hopefully you are having a great day so far. Whew. So today I decided to make a video that will hopefully help others because I feel like when I was looking for answers with this certain topic, it was hit or miss. It was kind of everywhere, and uh, it was just hard to pinpoint down what is best to start off with. So, if you want to see what I'm going to talk about, go ahead and pull up a chair and let's get started. Okay, so the thing that I am going to be sharing on my experience is my first collaborations and how did I get to that point and what was good, what was bad, and how I handled everything. So, yeah, let's get started on that. So, first things first. How did I even start getting emails from people? How did I even start having people reaching out to me about collaborations and things like that? Well, one of the things was posting consistently. Whether you post on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, anything like that, they want to see that you are active on there. So, them seeing that will say, hey, we want to work with that person. And it also gives companies a chance to see your niche, to see if you are a good fit with them. Like if you're somebody who likes to cook a lot and somebody that sells cookware, they'll reach out to you and say, hey, we want you to test this out because they know you're going to get some good use out of it. So you got to post. Don't be scared to post. I know sometimes those first videos and stuff like that are not going to do great. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep posting because eventually the algorithm will push you out and so many people are gonna find you. So you gotta keep trying. Just got to keep trying. And the other things that I would say is super important is to put your business email in your bio. So if you have a personal email, that's fine, but I suggest creating a separate email that you're going to use for people to contact you for collaborations or anything like that. So that way it can be found faster because this email will only be used for those types of things. So that way you won't miss an email from anybody. And you got to make sure you're checking it consistently because if you don't have your notifications turned on in your business email, you're going to miss a ton of people trying to reach out to you and you don't want that. You don't want that at all. So make sure you include your business email in your bio and make sure you check it consistently, like all the time. I usually check mine every day, sometimes, like twice to three times a day to make sure that I don't miss out on any opportunities because it's fun to get some free stuff, to test out some things, and to be able to work with other people. The more people you work with, the more other companies will see that, oh look, they're really working with her, let's give her a try and see how it goes for us. So you want to show people that you're willing to do what needs to be done. So okay, the other thing that I recommend, now I know when we get those collab emails we're like, is this for real? Is this spam? Is this something that's going to hurt me? Like, it's just so many different things that can be going through your mind that this could be fake. Now, one of the things that I always look for, one of the things that I always look for in an email is the email that it's being sent from. If it's a personal email, no, we're not going to reply back. We're just going to report that as spam, or we're just not going to answer it. We're not going to click on any links. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to ignore it. The second thing is, if it looks like a legit email and you're still not sure if you can trust them, most of these places have a support website that you can go to that you can email them quickly and ask, hey, do you know this email? Is this y'all? I did that with my second collab that I had, and I was glad that I did it. Yes, they proved that it was them contacting me, but it's best to be on the safe side because they ask for a lot of personal information and you don't want to be giving that information out to any person that emails you. So make sure you verify before doing anything at all. Verify that you are actually talking with the company. You don't want to have any issues and you don't want to be hacked in any kind of way. So be sure to verify. Okay, once you have verified that that is the company that you are working for, now is on to what do they want from you? You know? So you're going to want to ask them, what do they expect of you? How many videos? How long? What needs to be included in those videos? What needs to be included in the titles? All those different things you need to ask for. So that way you know what you need to do each time that you're providing them with the service. So just be sure that you get all of that information from them. So that way you can see if it's something that you want to do and make sure it's something that you're comfortable with and something that you are willing to take on and something that you can handle. Because if it's too much, you don't want to get stressed out because you don't want to let yourself down and the company that is hiring you down. So just be sure to look over everything that they are asking you to do and make sure that it aligns with your morals. Don't change just because something's gonna offer you more money. Continue on the path that you want to continue on and stick with it. Okay. Now, if they're wanting to do a contract with you, make sure you ask them how long. Make sure that they send you a copy of the full contract stating everything that is needed from you and from them, and tell them that you're going to need some time to look it over. If you need someone else to look it over with you, that is perfectly fine. But just make sure you get in writing everything that is needed, as well as the agreed payments, all of that. And I can't stress this enough. Make sure that this is something that you want to do. Make sure that this is a collab that you want to do. Don't just do it because this is your first collab and you're like so excited and you're like, I want to do it so I could get out there. Make sure it's something that you are okay with having your face along with. Just make sure it's something that you want to do. Okay. Okay, speaking of payments, with my first collab, when I was asked how much they should pay me, I had no idea. I was Googling, I was just trying to like look through TikToks, shorts, things where people were talking about how much should somebody like me charge for my first collab. There were some generic things on Google that did eventually help me and eventually helped me get to what I was charging for videos for my first collab. So this is the formula or the thing that I used, and it seems to work out pretty well for a lot of people. So here's what we have. So for every 10K followers you have, you can charge $100 per video. Now, it may be different if they are not asking for like long videos, if they're like for shorts or TikToks, like less than like 3 minutes, you can lower that down, or you can say, hey, $100 because I have 10K followers. Seems to work out pretty well the more followers you have. Now, if you're like me, who is a small creator, for 1,000 followers, you could charge around $10 to $15 per post. When I offered that to my first collab, they actually upped it to like $25. You can definitely try out for more. The worst they can say is no. Or y'all can discuss about it if you don't feel comfortable that if they're asking you for longer videos and the $10 to $15 range is just, you feel like that's not enough and not worth your time, go ahead and ask for more. like I said, the worst they can say is no. And who cares? You can still come up with a other price that is comfortable for you and them. Okay, and just to stress this one more time, please look over the contract before signing anything and make sure that it's something that makes you happy. Make sure that el- make sure that it has everything written down that is required of you and them. Make sure it lists the payments, make sure it has everything that you could possibly need. One of the things that I would ask of the collabs that you're doing, make sure they have like some type of schedule, some type of out of office, because if they are not going to be in office when you need to get a video approved or have questions or haven't received a payment and need to get the payment, make sure they let you know and share when they'll be out of office, because it can be kind of stressful when you're waiting to get a video approved that you need for that week and they're not answering because they're not in the office. So be sure that they share that information with you. It'll definitely come in handy. And also let them know when you'll be, not around to make videos. If you have a vacation, if you have a family emergency, go ahead and share that with them. That way they know that not to expect something that week or that day in case things are daily. Okay, next thing that we should talk about, how should you get this product delivered? Now, after you have verified and know that you can trust these people, it is totally up to you if you want to get it shipped to a P.O. box or your house. My first collab, or actually both of the collabs that I had them ship the items to my house just because at the time I also didn't have a P.O. box open. But once you verify, you can share whichever address you like and you can get it set up that way. If you are curious to how to set up a P.O. box, if you're going to be using it to get packages from collabs or just anything that you're going to be using for videos and stuff like that, I would recommend setting up a business P.O. box. It varies by price because you can do it by 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. It could also vary by state, by USPS, whichever way. So you can go online. It's actually easier. You can set up the business PO box from there. You just go to USPS.com, select manage PO boxes, and you can start from there. With the business PO box, you don't have to put your personal name if that's something that you do not want to share. With the PO box and with having a business PO box, you can actually put alias, different names, nicknames, whichever you prefer. And with that way, it can, and that way on your end of year tax returns, when you have to fill that out, that will be separate. And that way you can always look up how much you paid for that when you're filling that out. But that is totally up to you. If you're okay with them sending packages to your home and things like that and sharing all of your personal information, you can totally do that. But for me, that's something that I am not comfortable with. So I set up a business PO box and shared the information, and they are okay with that. So just be sure that before you send them your address, just make sure, hey, does it have to be a home address or a PO box? And if they are okay with either one, the choice is yours. One of the most important things that I could not stress enough. Make sure that you follow the rules when it comes to making videos for collabs, for ads, for things like that. If you're not sure, Google what are the requirements of making ads for said platform, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, things like that. For instance, for YouTube, if you have an ad or sponsorship or anything like that, they want you to make it known within like 15 to 30 seconds of the video. They want you to include something in the video that says it's an ad. also in the description. Now, they may have changed that, but they want you to make it known within the first few minutes of the video or so that you are doing an ad. So make sure that you follow those rules because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want them to be coming after you because you're just not doing it right. So just be sure to follow the steps and your video won't have any issues. So make sure that you follow those rules that they said set out for each platform because it's very, very important. Very, very important that you follow those rules. With any collabs that you get, sometimes you are just not sure what the product is that they are sending you. I had two collabs. First one was a sex doll. Now, for me, it's not something that I would use, every day or even in my spicy content. It's not something that I ever thought about buying myself. So when I was reached out by them to have one of these dolls, I thought it was kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. But before I agreed to it, I did my research on the product because I wanted to be sure that it was a product that was safe and that it was mainly safe for people to use just because of what it was going to be used for. And I wanted to make sure that it was a product that was going to last people and it wasn't going to break on them pretty much. So I made sure that the product was something that I wanted to be able to promote. And it was, and it is. It definitely is. I still have the doll. I still do some videos with her and things like that. So just be sure that it's something that you're okay with doing. And make sure you do your research on the product because you're gonna have to talk about the product, whether it be in videos, lives, shorts, stuff like that. Make sure that you know about the video because you want to be able to promote, even if it's not something that as crazy as, my little doll that I had. Um, if it's things that people use every day, you want to make sure that you know as much as you can about it so that way you can share with people and they can get excited. And that way you could get them to use your commission link in the description so you can get some commission. That's always awesome. The second collab that I had was for glasses. And I wear glasses every day, so it's definitely something that I can truly give my honest opinion about because if glasses are not comfortable, if they are if they don't look good, if I can't see good, I'm definitely going to let people know. And if they are not priced well, if they are overly priced, I don't want it. So I was okay with doing both those collabs because their products were great. They had great reviews and they were safe. So make sure you do your research. Please, please, please do your research on the product that they want you to promote. Because if you're not happy with it, it'll show up in videos. It'll show up. You want to stay happy and you want to be able to believe in the product that you're promoting. So be sure to stay happy with what you choose to do. Okay, my peaches? But yeah, just be sure to not... Be sure to be safe. That's the most important thing. It is so exciting to be noticed. It is very exciting because that means that you are doing something right. That means that you are getting enough views. That means you're getting enough likes. That means you're getting enough attention of some kind. And that's always great. But just please be sure to be safe, my peaches. And if you have any questions or concerns and you're not sure where to go to, leave a comment down below and I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. And if I don't have the answer, I will definitely help you find it because I am just starting out. I am small YouTuber, small TikToker, small all of that. I do not have thousands of followers like that, or hundreds, 10,000 followers. My page is slowly growing all across, but I'm having fun with what I'm doing. So just be sure to stay safe. Okay, my peaches, and have fun. Don't forget to have fun. Okay? All right. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all again. But I'll let y'all go. Thank y'all for answering my FaceTime because this is what it feels like, honestly. But all right. Bye. Mwah. Thanks for watching.